team going into a hostile environment. These fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to the home of the Clemson Tigers, Death Valley in Clemson, South Carolina. As we'll see, the number 25 team in the country, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on a team from the Big 12, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Seminoles will get us started with the opening kickoff. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Quarterback making checks. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll go to the ground. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive hits.
Wants to throw. It's Klubnik. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
And I know it wasn't successful there, but you can go back to last week. Like, they're going to throw this man the football. They find creative ways to get him the ball. Really good coaches get their playmakers the ball in space, and that's what I like about this offense. I bet they come back to him and find a way to throw him the football some more.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
The hardest thing to do in football is to play on the road. So you want to get those fans as quiet as possible. That is a great opening possession for this defense. Not giving up any big plays and forcing the 4th down.
He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. Going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Give to the single back. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And that's what makes this defense so difficult to run against. They've got guys up front that just push offensive linemen backwards. They basically push the blockers right into the lap of that running back.
Wants to go up top. Under fire.
Thank you.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Beneath the shadow of Howard's Rock, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tigers on 3rd down. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down. The Seminoles will bring the punt team onto the field. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Maybe some confusion on the snap count there. That's maybe what caused the false start. Either way, offense is penalized.
65 was. I don't know.
Looking for room. It's Randall. Not a lot of daylight. He gets 1 to the 32.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Bro, they have that rookie from
So now it's
Detroit.
second and long.
They've had him run
Quarterback may
all
change
the way
this
down
route.
to 7.
Looking for a man. It's Klubnik. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Nice run there. Picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
Man, this defense has their hands full today because not only do they have to worry about the running backs and not only do they have to worry about the passing game, they've got to worry about this quarterback running the football because of plays like that. Not a huge explosive play, but he showed you the athleticism, and he showed you he has the ability to hurt you with his legs.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
Offenses know and work on it all week. Third downs, we got to be really, really good. This offense not good on this third down. It could come back to bite them.
Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
That's caught. It's McCoy.
Oh,
The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
Trying play action. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Rolling right and going deep. And incomplete on the deep ball.
We talked to the coaches coming into this one. They know field position was going to be a huge factor for them winning this one. They had a really nice punt earlier in this game. Great job getting down and covering it. Won't surprise me if they decide to play it safe again here on fourth.
The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3 and out the last time they had the ball. And some room to work. And they pick up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short.
In college football, you see this a ton now. You use the quick passing game, basically as the running game. Get a few yards, get your offense ahead of the sticks, keeps it on pace for success.
Dropping back, it's Klubnik. They're setting up the screen. Looks as if Clemson will have the first down.
Yeah, a great job by the QB, finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Leaves it with the back. He breaks a tackle.
Ball
They
nigga.
finally wrestle down the senior, but not before
Ball
he picks
nigga.
up some valuable ground. There's an idea that Clemson can only run the ball when they sort of trick you and get you in space, but they're showing a lot of
A lot
versatility
of
now.
fucking jits
I
out
think the
there.
word you were looking for was finesse. They've been a finesse offense, more about tempo and body blows than it is about, being physical up front. But if this unit does get that physicality and get that ground game and a good offensive line, I think that's when you see the best of the Clemson Tigers.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That's is such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Here's the pressure.
Come on. Okay, I'm about to say,
We were taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
And you see this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. He's going to run it. Gets it inside the 10, out of bounds at the 9 after the big pickup on that one.
These QBs that can scramble and buy time, you just got to have a lot of energy. I mean, you got to keep chasing. Sometimes you run upfield, you got to retrace your steps. QB won that battle, and now you got another chance, first and goal. Get your mind right. Let's hold him to a field goal.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Fielder's choice. So that's still a hit. Man, it's just so dumb.
Defense rose up.
Well, he chose wrong. It's still a hit.
Play. Now a second and long coming.
But it's a base stuff for the energy, right?
To the air, it's Klubnik. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Nice execution.
It's not 100. It's stupid.
And goal. And try to throw
it is what it is, but it's still stupid.
Tight on him. If I'm this offense, maybe I run some crossers, a little pick route, try to get my guy open.
Intercepted, and that total goes to 16. He goes down after the short return, but
yeah, but I'm saying it's still stupid.
This drive will start
Fielder's
at the 6-yard line. The hand to the running back.
It's an error, so, you know, he could have threw him out, but I'm just saying, it's an error. He could have threw him out, but he didn't. But that's not that's stupid.
And they've got a first down.
That's like, man, I'm saying.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Just imagine if that was in basketball and they were going up for a layup and get fouled and misses. Oh, man, he should have made that layup. But he got fouled, so they give him a 2.
And a good pickup to move the chains, and the clock will expire, and that's how they'll be set up to start the second quarter.
from like 30 yards away? That's tough.
It's been a defensive
okay.
Through the first period.
I understand that, but people play basketball their whole life too. People play football their whole life.
Trying to find a little rhythm and efficiency and move the ball some here as we start.
It's dumb as hell. Oh man, he could have threw him out. So hey, it's not hit. They can redo something.
After the break, they'll go back to work.
Exactly. So it's not. It's still a hit.
Leaves it with the running back.
He could have, but he didn't.
He's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
I get what you're saying. It's dumb as fuck.
Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Seminoles can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Off the play fake. Grab near the marker. It's Acha. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there getting that first.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And the defense was locked in. You could tell they saw it. They reacted right away. Got the running back on the ground immediately.
Dropping back, it's Berry. Flushed out of the pocket. Fires left. Snags it. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. And the Noles started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Try to barge their way in. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And you got to get locked in the red zone. A lot of defensive players will say we'll give up yards, but we got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line. This defense bowing their neck up and getting a big stop.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line. Goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
Fourth and goal from the 5. The offense is still out there. This epitomizes confidence. Snap in the shotgun. Looking to the end zone. And make the catch, and the defense will force a turnover on down.
Great coverage on that fourth down.
Oh, no, I ain't tripping,
nice
bro.
job blanking the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. The give. He's in open space downfield. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Tigers come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Sends it back in motion.
Sure, I just opened up a cow shit.
On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. He did not make it a stone wall.
Only reason I did because you can single that.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Makes the catch around the 50. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up every yardage you can and help out the offense. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. On the run, it's Alchuk. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
Come on.
Hey, winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beaten at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So then getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job.
Breaks into the open. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
I think Brady did it once.
And when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
They go to the ground. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Bro, chill. I know I'm just chill, bro.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
No, I'm trying to see. They talking about doing a fucking second-round shift for
He makes it
Sexy
grab.
Betsy. Man,
He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal.
I already got two,
I love how the wide receiver just wasn't
boy.
lazy on this play because he could have cut that route short, but he knew he had to extend the route to make sure he got that first down and help keep this drive alive.
The Seminoles are threatening on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
It's funny because all the nine.
See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. Precision blocking up front, created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing.
I figured out what my problem was, and I didn't get a high day.
He'll bring it out. It's Brown. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Wide receiver going in motion. Might be calling a hot route. First play of the drive, wants to throw. He's moving out of the pocket. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
You just feel like the sense of urgency is going up for this offense. They haven't had that many possessions so far in the game, and because they've got no points now, it feels like the quarterback's starting to press. He's trying to make it happen on his own, taking a shot down the field. Another incompletion for this offense. They can't get anything going.
He's past the 30. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Wow, they've been waiting for that play, right? They haven't been throwing it a lot. They've been real sluggish. They've got no points on the scoreboard. And now they come up with an explosive play in the passing game to get them in a position to score some points here, hopefully a touchdown, before this first half closes out.
That's caught.
If they do that,
and he's just run out of bounds, maybe living to fight another day there. It'll be a loss on the play.
You said the Rams?
And the Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Gets the back moving. Wants to keep it in the air. Firing to the right, complete. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Back to throw, it's Klubnik. Grant in the backfield, it's Randall. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Broken collarbone.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, then that ball's not going anywhere. You just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
He's going to throw deep right side. He's got it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Clemson.
Man, that is picture-perfect execution by this offense. That is how you close a half. Chewing up some time, getting in the end zone, a chance to tie this up and feel really good about yourself going into halftime.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Northwestern is trailing right now, but I'm not ready to say this team is out of it. We've seen this program stage memorable comebacks before. Do not rule out another one. They're trailing by just 4 to Purdue. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. On the run, it's Acha. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Corner's going to give them room. Rush is on him. Quarterback adapting. Unloads to the right. Holds it in. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get the first.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
And you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive. And offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football.
He might be the best player that ever do it if we're talking about James.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example.
A shot toward the end zone. And that ball is in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back.
Man, that's great defense. Break on the football. Make sure they don't get the touchdown, but those are the opportunities you have to just pull that in, make the big play, stop the lead, and get a long drive, and really shift that momentum back to your offense.
He's not afraid to go deep. That ball is intercepted at the goal line.
That's how you got to give the defense credit, though, because with these conditions, it's not easy to catch for the offensive players. Certainly not for the defense, but great eye-hand coordination securing that interception.
And we don't expect to see another play here. They'll just take a knee and head to the break, all tied up. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Clemson will kick this deep to get the second half underway.
Somebody do it.
Coming out with it, it's Holmes. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Yes.
It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on Ipte if they can stop him on third down. Looking to pass. It's Sperry. Pocket breaking down. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
That is a gut punch if you're the offense because they're in dime personnel. They're only rushing 4 guys. You've got 5 offensive linemen. You've got the option of bringing other people in to help give your QB time. And this offense, not good enough.
Found a little run room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive.
Wait, so Cole McCoy is above
throw
that
on first down. Throws to the tight end.
Bro,
Makes the catch.
Come on. We talking about bias. Atlanta has a Heisman. Atlanta has a fucking national champion. He has 2.
Well,
yes.
Just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't.
Kellen Moore.
You got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll bring it out. It's Holmes. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22.
Jason White, Oklahoma. He's on the Titans. He came out the same year Matt Leonard did. Now, see, you put Cole Brennan up there, that'll be all right. That'll fucking slinging shit. Seriously, that's what I was just thinking. Like, man, where the home runs at, bro? We have the Dinger Tuesday. You can't say Dinger? You're good. If you can't say can't say Dinger, huh? That's fucking weird. Dinger? Dinger, dinger, dinger. Fucking weirdo. This nigga had 5 rebounds, 9 rebounds, 20 rebounds, 4 rebounds. Like, what? Bro, how you gonna pause it? Don't say nothing to me, bro. Seriously, come on. What? 7 3-pointers made, huh? Just because he made 7 last game? Come on. Is Khan Kanopal not playing? Yes, he is. type shit. That's good, bro. Say something.
The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Back to throw, it's Sperry. Oh, they're after him. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football.
You can sense the frustration building on the field and on the sideline for this team because on paper, they're the better team. From a player standpoint, from a record standpoint, things just not going their way in this game. And someone's going to have to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Makes the catch down the right side. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40. The Noles come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There
he goes. And he takes it all the way down to the 10-yard line. An explosive play for this offense.
Well, this offense is showing you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they have completely flipped the field.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They'll keep it on the ground looking for the end zone. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. On 3rd and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. Looking for a man. It's Sperry. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. That pass is well on target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
Well, another incompletion. You can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper. But they're playing better football. They're playing with better effort. Right now, they're making the most plays.
The
field goal is no good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. The give to the tailback. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Playoffs first.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. It's complete on the right side. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line.
And in this offense, you know as a quarterback, you're going to get opportunities to put up some pretty big numbers. You've been impressed watching this guy play early this year. With that last pass completion, he's now already over 2,000 yards on the season.
Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
Well, you got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him. They have been gang tackling him and getting a lot of penetration up front.
Yeah, a big twirl, right?
To the air, it's Klubnik. Makes the grab. Quick step and go. They get him out of bounds. Couple yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. The Tigers look to keep this drive humming. To the air on first down. Throws for the tight end. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Fires to the wideout. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there. It'll be third and long. Motion from the back. Wants to adjust the pattern. Gonna look downfield again. He lost it high and deep down the left side.
See the fence?
Take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Tigers.
And man, is that perfect timing. You can tell a quarterback drops back. He sees his guy and he knows he's open. But watch the throw. Deep down the field, Palmer. Right in the bread basket. Nice play. Nice pitch and catch.
He did a nice job of getting it up in the air early and allowing his guy to run under the football, locate it, and then make a tough grab. That is the definition of an explosive play.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Holmes. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. They'll give it to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
Give to the running back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. And the Seminoles will punt this one away. Take the return out of the equation in this rainy weather. Fair catch is signaled for and made. First snap of this drive comes from their own 44. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
Back to pass, it's Klubnik. Lets it go. Got him in the open. Crosses the 30. He's got away. He was oh so close to wrapping up this third quarter with a score. What a play to finish off the period. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. trying to run it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tiger. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the lets it fly. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it. But you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback. And again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
Picked off. What a play to set him up.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passed, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Looking for a huge play. Got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Tiger. They can now exhale just a little bit with that lead, and they are close to a victory here in the 8th week of the season. This dude is putting on a show, taking up residence in the end zone by the air and by the ground, in keeping with what Clemson looks for in a quarterback.
Man, this is unbelievable. I mean, you've seen so many great guys run through, and Clemson majors in quarterbacks that can throw, can run, and really be dynamic, and this guy is having himself a day.
Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. The sure hands, it's White. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Under fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in covering.
And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
Well, you look at Webster's dictionary and the term game wrecker, a picture of this guy is going to show up. He has been unstoppable in this football game. That's his 2nd sack here today.
The Seminoles send